Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 25 of the AniGains podcast. I know what you're thinking. This is not episode 25. It is. We lost the last one. Qais' internet just absolutely broke. It was crazy. There was a horse in the background. It actually pissed me off because that was one of my favorite. Well, it wasn't my favorite episode. It was the funniest episode I think we've done. And yeah, man, footage is fucking gone. AniGains fans, I will try to salvage at least one clip from that episode because it's still there. But
Deep in the AniGains archives.
yeah, might be the bonus Christmas episode. But either way, it's been quite some time. Quite a lot of things have happened with everybody. So, gentlemen, what's shaking?
Well, it would have been 2 weeks, three
No,
weeks since we done it last time, or since the last episode went out. So for me, fuck all has changed. I love myself now. That's maybe something, but aside from that, we're getting leaner. We've got the vinyls up on the wall now. We've got four up. So the setup's improving. And I got carpet in. Right now there's towels all over the place because I've got my cat and I don't want my cat to shit in the carpet. So if he does shit anywhere, it's on a towel. So we're safe. But then he goes on Sunday, so then it will be a completely empty house. Which will be a fun one. It'll be a strange one, but a fun one. But yeah, speaking of last week's episode to get corrupted, Kez got away with it so much, the fact that that's gone away. So last week's topic was the music one, which
I have no idea what you're talking about.
we may have to revisit that. But I'm not going to say any names in particular, any bands or any TV shows that made their way onto the top 10. But Kez can talk on that if he wants to. But no, it's all good on this end. Fat loss is still going well, so I can't complain. What about you boys?
Aesthetics. You've been busy.
Yeah, man. Well, last 3 weeks or so, I've just been continuing on my little diet phase, I suppose, similar to Noah. It's been a little bit, like last week or two, it's actually been a little bit more on the slower side, so my weight loss has slowed down. So I've actually had like two decent sized drops. So I'm in the trenches now, actually. I think I'm on like 225 carb on a training day,
What the
175
fuck?
on a rest day. So it's trench territory at this point already. Well, it's fine. Like my appetite isn't really that high, so I'm not really too bothered. Training's still pretty decent, so yeah, just chipping away as normal. And then in terms of anything, I suppose out of the ordinary, which happened, I suppose we had the MBW seminar, which was I think a week or so ago now. And yeah, man, that was wicked, really, really cool. I think we had like over 100 people who came to it, which was pretty cool. Across all the different divisions. So we had like a day with like the posing coaches, so me, Matt, and Sanaya, and then we had a few of the MBW teams, so AJ, Loz, Josh, Keefe, Zena, and someone else I can't remember, and Adam Powell. So yeah, man, it was wicked. Just people having a chat, mingling. As I said, just bringing the community together, and obviously the posing seminar side of things as well, which went really well, really, really well. And yeah, I love these seminars, and it's really, really good chance just to like meet like-minded people and just bring the community together. Like a lot of these people are quite fresh to men's physique, and they don't have a clue about anything to do with the sport or the industry. So it is cool to like kind of introduce them to that world per se. And then obviously teach them the posing side of things as well. So yeah, that was wicked. And then yeah, just making plans now for the actual, I suppose, stand itself on the day, because we're actually going to be sponsoring the show in a couple of months' time. So we're gonna have a stand there. So if any of you guys are lurking around, feel free to come to the Casthetic stand. We're making some plans, and it will be quite easy to spot the stand. Let's
Oh
just
yeah.
say that it will be stand. It will stand out, and we're gonna be having some few fun surprises in store for you. So keep your eyes peeled with that. But yeah, man, that's me. How about you, Cam?
Man, I've been cool. I rode 4 plates yesterday.
Saw that.
for 7 reps. Thank you. I didn't get back to your message. Because I got a fair amount of messages. One child told me that he was like, "Oh, just a quick tip, bro. I reckon you could control that eccentric a little better."
That was my burner account.
Yeah. I was like, "Hey, mate." I was like, "Thank you for the support." I was like, "If you can send me a video of you picking this up from the floor, that'd be fantastic. You only need to just pick it up. You don't need to do anything else." And he has, in fact, not got back to me yet. So, yeah, class. One thing about bodybuilding is you're never gonna fucking please everyone, okay? And that goes for every level, because even people at the same level as you may dislike you. Which brings me into my next topic. There's been a lot of, as always, you know, the AniGains boys have been sleepy for a little while, so everybody in the industry has been at each other's throats. As you know, this is common knowledge. AniGains boys keep the peace within the entire industry. When we speak, everybody shuts up and listens. You know, this is like, no, it's fucked off. No, I hate it.
Yeah.
This is like,
no one's violence.
Yeah, like this is Michelangelo. You know what I'm saying? Fucking Donatello, and Leonardo DiCaprio, all in one fucking Zoom call. Here he is. Leonardo DiCaprio is back. These are the three horsemen of kind of like the fucking whatever. You know what I'm trying to say? There's been issues. There's been drama. Now, Qais, you were the one who actually informed me of this. I don't have my ear to the streets like you do. What's been cracking?
Right. So I suppose we'll go on to the natural bodybuilding side of things first. So a certain person within a certain federation has. I don't even know if even know if this is drama. I think it's just more an opinion and a statement. So this person said that other federations, let's just say non-drug tested federations entering into the natural bodybuilding space, is effectively killing off the real natural bodybuilding federations, right? And that's, I don't know what about you boys, but I disagree. I think these federations doing this and coming into the space and putting on these high level of shows, specifically PCA, is only going to elevate the sport. It's going to get more people involved. It's going to actually have people competing more. And then through the natural federation seeing this, it's going to force them to up their game with their production even more. And we've already seen it already. More federations now, they're doing the reels, the individual routine reels, which they never used to do. So I think it's only a good thing really now. It's going to force people to really up the game and make sure, they give a good as possible experience for the athlete. So for me, healthy competition is a good thing. As long as it's not like directly saying, okay, like we're going to take over, which I don't think it is. I think all these federations have a place. Man, I think it's a good thing. So I don't know about you boys.
Yeah, man. I mean, people want to compete fundamentally. You know, bodybuilding is getting more popular than ever. When I first started training, like, I didn't know there was one bodybuilder in my gym, and every other weekend now, you get told by, I think I have about like 3 or 4 different kids will come up to me and tell me about how they're X weeks out, and you know how their new coach, because they've had several already, their new coach is going to peak them to perfection, and it's so cool because like when I was 16 or 17, if I would have told my friends I'm gonna step on stage, they would have called me gay. So it's one of those. It's like, I don't understand how the fuck you can see a sport getting more and more popular, and you, as an owner of an organization of a bodybuilding business, is like, this is terrible. This is terrible for me making money, which fundamentally is the reason why you would even open your mouth in the first place, right? Is to make money. If you care about your athletes, provide an opportunity, people will always want to compete. People will always compete with you. There is no such thing as a dead show in this country, because even the most underground rogue shows, do you know how many competitors Mr. Gay had last year? You ever heard of Mr. Gay? Right? That had like decent sized classes. there is a place for everyone. There is a stage for everyone, and you know what, the AniGains boys endorse and support the Mr. Gay Federation and every other UK bodybuilding federation. We like you all. Keep creating shows. It's good. I don't understand how you could protest that being a bad thing.
That last one's getting clipped up.
Sure. We love it.
We love it.
We love it. We love it.
We love it. All right, on to some more, I suppose, drama now. So this is, I suppose, the recent drug testing scandal within the PCA where, should we name him?
Yes.
Yeah, Kieran Evans won the medium class in the PCA Naturals 3, I believe. Or 2 or 3, I can't remember which one. And basically there was a statement that came out saying he failed a drug test for Osterine, which is a SARM. I think he immediately came out, denied it, saying no, he hasn't willingly ever taken any form of PED. Obviously, like social media are, everyone just jumped straight into the comments before hearing anything, and were like, yeah, this guy's a cheat, why would he cheat for SAMs, blah, 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 blah. Like, it's kind of like that mob mentality, really, where you see like an easy target to kind of go at before hearing the actual facts. Yeah. And it's like, come on, man. Like actually hear the facts first. So I'm just going to say it from my perspective. I know Kieran a bit, and I've spoken to him quite a bit. I actually had a posing session with him maybe a year ago or something like that. And he's a really nice lad. Really, really nice lad. Quite like soft-spoken, quite down-to-earth. He doesn't have like a massive amount. He's not like a crazy outspoken character or anything like that. And to me, he just doesn't seem like the type to like cheat or actively take something. And at the end of the, like, you wouldn't take Osterine. If you're going to cheat, you're going to take something else. Like, I don't see what benefit you'd get from that, especially the guy is a client of AJ. Like, he's not going to be stupid, and he's under someone who is extremely intelligent. So for me, I just don't see him as that kind of person. And then obviously further information has now come out where the date of the drug test was actually before he even did the show. And how it works is they'll do the drug test normally on the day. So they'll get a urine test on the day. So the dates and the timelines just don't add up. And that's further evidence to say, okay, like something isn't quite wrong here. So I think Kieran at the minute, he's paying to do his own drugs test just to basically prove that he's natural. And yeah, honestly, we'll have to wait to see what happens and get the full picture for what has happened. But if he is innocent, I think he'd like at least deserve like a massive apology, because his name needs to be cleared. Because like at the minute, like he's known as a drug cheat, and if that's not true, I think there needs to be something done about it, because it's just not fair. Imagine that was you. Imagine like Noah, you compete next year at PCA and you get a good placing, and then that happens. Like, I would feel sick. Like, I genuinely feel sick.
Yeah, if it is a case where it's something that's been cross-contaminated, it could be anyone.
Yeah.
Like, it could genuinely be anyone.
Yeah.
It's the luck of this source of the product that you got and how it got made, whatnot. Like, you never know. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it all plays out, because it doesn't make complete sense. But that's something that you boys were talking on last time, was how that kind of cross-contamination can happen and what to look out for. So you guys would know better than me, but it's obviously not the first time this has happened.
Yeah. So I've heard stories similar to this before, where people have failed drug tests, normally when taking something like testosterone or yohimbine, because those products are actually normally manufactured in the same labs that SARMs are, so it can easily kind of get cross-contaminated. So you kind of need to be very careful when taking those sorts of products, and really just take them at your own risk, really, with stuff like that. For me, I've never touched either of them because I don't really feel like I need them. So yeah, if you are competing in natural bodybuilding, just be very careful of the supplements that you're taking. Read the ingredients list. Because even pre-workouts, like if you take like MV Pre or certain stim pre-workouts, like close to your show, they have ingredients which are on the WADA banned list. So you could even fail for stuff like that, stuff that you wouldn't think. So yeah, just be very careful what you're taking.
Yeah, 100%. And like, I would say like if you're ever in doubt, ask your coach, like, oh, what do you think, but before if you're going to call yourself a natural bodybuilder, do yourself the due diligence of actually making sure what you are taking is legit. From even just like a health style perspective, fuck failing a drug test. What are you actually putting in your body? One example, I've actually got some here. The engineered muscle L-carnitine. This is fantastic because it's legit. I'm not sponsored by Engineered Muscle. Riz, if you do want to fucking, you know what I'm saying, fucking give me a little promo. But they will actually disclose on their website anything that is going to be like industry known, quote unquote, as being good or being legit. 9 times out of 10 will be. Before you even take anything, always ask the discretion of your coach. I get it, because I've taken Yohimbine before. I've used carnitine as well, and it's one of those where it's like I would not put anything in my body before running it by my coach to be like, okay, is this going to be healthy for me? And then even like, after we've come up with the protocol to do it, like we make sure that it's legit as well. And it's just like having a plan in play, knowing what you're putting in your body is going to be the right thing. Because to be honest, a lot of these things, turkestrone, fucking anything, is not going to make a massive difference. Noah's bugging the fuck out. I know. Noah hated what I had.
Oh, it was so funny.
The third musketeer's fucked off. But yeah, essentially, like, when it comes to supplementation, it does not make a huge deal, right? Like, I can guarantee you, MVP when you're fucking 2 weeks out isn't if you're actually legit stage conditioned, it's not going to give you that burst of energy. You are just going to have to like pull your thumb out your ass and dig a bit.
Yeah.
Like, I've used Yohimbine. I'll be honest. Did I need it? No, it didn't really. It doesn't really do anything unless it's already in the presence of like Glenn and other fat burners. You know?
You can literally have coffee or a caffeine pill, and it does basically the same thing.
Yeah, literally. Like you get less sides from it as well. Like Yohimbine can hold water retention, and it can also fuck up your immune system as well. And that was taking legit Yohimbine as well. So Nattys, if you want to give yourself an edge, the biggest edge you can give yourself is time in a prep to actually get yourself lean, and then time to actually learn your fucking posing. Guarantee you, if you're lean and you know how to pose well, whatever Slim Jim Tim is taking doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Because the guys that are good will win the show. They're like, shout out to Kieran, great guy. He didn't win the men's physique overall regardless.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, it wouldn't change the outcome of the overall, because fundamentally how good you are are not determined by what you do and don't take. Fun fact. So yeah, I mean, it's a shame that Noah's decided to fuck off, because some more men's physique drama has occurred.
Indeed.
In the non-natty leagues, believe it or not, Olympians are not natural. I got asked that the other week actually. Some guy, he came up to me and he was like, so do you reckon like the Olympians take steroids? I was like, yes they do.
To be fair, Ronnie Coleman competed in the Olympia when he was natural.
And we're back. Noah's internet fucked up, and now we're back. So before we're about to leave, we're about to mention some of the big boy drama that has been occurring in the enhanced bodybuilding league. Qais, you know the most about it. I'm not caught up to speed entirely.
Yeah, so I mean, it's been very men's physique. Men's physique drama is back. We love it. So Ali Bilal, second in the world, very very good athlete, has basically said. I think he was on a podcast with Beyond the Stage TV, and essentially, I think he was basically saying that he's going to win the Olympia, and that he was going to retire Ryan Terry when he wins the Olympia. So, strong words. So, what do you boys think about that statement?
I don't think you can retire somebody who's like... who Ryan Terry doesn't need to win the Olympia again. You know what I mean? Like he's kind of like cemented his place in like men's physique legacy a bit more than Ali Bilal has. You know, to be fair, to be honest, um, you know, everybody's like, to be fair, and men's physique, it's a game where you have your front runners, but I'd say everybody's top five is going to be very fucking different, very very fucking different. I don't think there's a world in which fucking Ali Bilal's going to go on stage and then Ryan Terry's going to stand next to him and feel so humiliated and small that he's never going to step on stage again. So to say that you're going to retire somebody is a little arrogant, but it's to spread love of the sport, you know.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take him too seriously. Yeah, but I'm still
Yes,
not over what he did to Gerald. You know?
Yeah. Shout out Gerald, shout out Vazo.
I'm sorry. I'm still. You're not gonna let that one go, Mr. Bilal.
Honestly, I'm kind of in two minds about it. Like, I don't actually have a problem with these like high level athletes saying they're gonna win, because like you kind of, to be an elite athlete, you kind of, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that to start off with. You kind of need to have that like winner's mindset, saying I am gonna win, and like manifest that. But when he's like, I'm gonna retire him, it's like, okay, like, why are you so focused on this other guy? Like, surely you just want to win for the sake of winning rather than. I honestly think he'll retire either way. I think Ryan, if he wins or loses, is going to retire after this year. I just think, for me, he has a lot of things going with like Gymshark outside of bodybuilding, like business related, and obviously he's got a family and everything. So I actually think he will retire after this year, regardless of what Ali Bilal does. I do think it's going to be close, though. I think from the front, Ali's really, his abs are absolutely insane. I actually think he has the best like in terms of the abs themselves in men's physique, and he is very bubbly from the front. But where he's lost in the past has been that back pose, where Ryan's like very, very complete front to back, whereas Ali's a bit weaker in the back, which is why he's lost. If he can bring that up, he could possibly win, because I thought it was pretty close last year. I still think if I was to go one way or the other, I think Ryan Terry will win this year again. But yeah, it can go either way. I don't really deep it too much, like when these people like mouth, even Aaron Banks, obviously he's known for being arrogant, but he gets people speaking about men's physique at the end of the day. Like, they've been doing it since the beginning of time within bodybuilding. There's been Bundia and Andre Ferguson, who have now recently been in the news as well. But even outside of that, in bodybuilding, remember like Phil Heath and Kai Green, they used to like literally get into fights on stage with each other. Yeah. And it just makes it interesting when you have like those rivalries. And as I said, it just creates storylines in the sport. So I don't know, like obviously Ryan's not. Oh, there he goes again. Ryan's not that kind of person where he rises to it too much. But if you have personalities like that in the sport, I actually think it's pretty fun. And it makes it somewhat interesting. As long as people don't get too nasty and personal with it, I think it's pretty fun, to be fair.
Yeah. I think there's a level that goes sort of like beyond entertainment. See, when you start like mentioning people's family. Like, mate, like you're standing on stage in your fucking swimming trunks, you know, it's never that deep, you know. You're not gonna fucking fight anyone. Like, shut up, man. Yeah. I'll have to...
I don't know if you boys have seen some of the stuff that Andre Ferguson has been saying as well.
I did actually. I got he actually replied to one of my comments. He did an interview with Suki as well. The Sky Sports of British bodybuilding,
literally,
and which covers American media.
Yeah,
shout out to him, man. It was just he was effing and blinding and cussing and talking his shit. So I commented, Andre Ferguson is the modern day Shakespeare of men's physique, and he found that funny. So. Well, I can officially say Andre Ferguson and Cam's Fitness are friends, and he will be coming on the AniGains podcast. I'm going to send him a DM after this episode and just see if he wants to come on, swing his nuts a little fucking bit. and then we can go over his 9x9, see what shows he's watching. Yeah, I'm not going to bully him for his taste. I think he'd probably cook me a new one, man.
You're joking about that. I am working on what would be the guest of all guests. What I'm going to hint, this guy has been on the Olympia stage before. This guy has been top 3 at the Olympia before.
Yeah.
And we are working on getting him on the AniGains podcast.
He's coming on the AniGains podcast. Hell, pleasure. Well, yeah. It's a pleasure to be here. Arnold. Open to.
Right. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Imagine. That would be fun. But if I can get this person on, it will be a fantastic podcast.
We need to fix our fucking internet before anybody else.
Oh, yeah.
This is disgrace.
Oh, sorry, excuse me. Just 1 second. I need to reconnect my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Cairo, do you mind holding the podcast?
Oh, don't. Cut that out.
Oh,
yeah.
Cut that.
Cut that.
Yeah, mate, we're going to have to get him to sign into the Riverside. Yeah, mate, he's going to afford it. I'm busy.
Yeah, Cairo, could you just make a few reels for us, please?
Oh man, that's so funny. Just the idea of having like an Olympian on the show and just speaking over him the entire time. His internet actually drops out, we just continue regardless. Like nothing happened. Oh dude, that'd be so fucking funny. Oh god. Is there anything else worth mentioning?
I don't think so.
No, you ain't got any fun japes for us to go over.
Any fun japes?
Yeah.
No, there's nothing really springing to my mind at this moment, unfortunately, AniGains viewers.
That's fine. Well, AniGains viewers, don't fear not. This train wreck of an episode is not over. Because recently I got asked a very mentally stimulating question of, Cam, if you were to open up your own gym, what would you have inside of it? And I was like, obviously, like, I'm going to have, like, big stripper poles and vending machines. And they said, no, what equipment would you have? So I've taken the liberty of making a bespoke gym equipment tier list. So we got 6 categories: S tier, like the elites, A, B, C, D, and then poo tier, where all the poo equipment is going to be going in. So, gentlemen, first and foremost, hammer strength, the old, reliable. Where do we want to play?
I like it as
hammer strength. Yeah. I would say B tier.
B.
I think it's solid. I think it's good. You can't go wrong with it. But I don't think there are any hammer strength pieces where I'm like, this is like an amazing piece. Maybe the pull down, so that the pull down where you can do like a single arm one. That actually feels pretty nice. Yeah. I like that one.
The 45-degree leg press is quite possibly my favourite leg press. The incline press of a hammer strength, just plate loaded press.
Incline, yes, fun. That's a good one.
I think I'd have it A, to be honest with you.
Here's the thing, gentlemen. Like and this does come with a pretext. Every body is built different. Everybody reacts differently. So everybody's going to have their sort of pretext and biases and whatever. Name one bad piece of hammer strength equipment. Because people are like,
the seated hamstring curl is fucking awful. We've got it in Pro Life. It is just beyond shit.
I actually think it's decent. I've used it before. I actually think it's not that bad.
The one that loads the plates on the right hand side.
And the plate loaded one.
Yeah, so they've got a plate loaded one, and there's nothing like pushing your quads or like your knees down. The pad's on your shin, so your whole your whole leg moves. It's awful. It's so hard to get short, and as soon as you get towards the back end of the set, like if you have one 50-50 rep, you're not getting it. It's just impossible. I think leg kit, apart from the leg press, it's shit, but all other machines are lovely. So I quite like a hammer strength.
Yeah, I definitely think. I don't know, in my experience, I didn't know about that. Because even like the hammer strength, laying hamstring curl. I personally prefer a laying hamstring curl. I know
Yeah.
science-based lifting says that's not optimal. I prefer it. And that's the tits as well. You know, like getting that short, especially if that's like your first movement and you're fresh. Which for a hamstring curl, I would not be like looking at having that later in the session. I'd be having that early. Do the hard shit. Do the shit that's actually going to build tissue. But yeah, I'd say it's a solid fucking A tier piece. It's not the best of the best, but it's like, I don't know. It's a good session. It's always going to be a good. Any gym that's got hammer strength, I refuse to believe you can't have a good session in. So
Yeah.
A tier. Next up, we've got Paramount.
Now, I've only ever used one piece of Paramount kit, so my input's going to be quite limited. It was the Paramount Row, where it's like plate loaded from the very front.
Okay.
I think
JP's. Yeah.
Yes, at JP's. I think that is so fun to ego lift on. I really enjoy that, and that's my only experience with it. I think in terms of rows, especially T-bars, we'll get onto that because that's my favourite type of movement. I think for what I've done, I'd put it in a B, but I don't know what the rest of the kit's like at all.
I've used the at my gym we've got the Paramount pendulum, which is hard. I'd say it's not the hardest pendulum in the game. But it's tricky, but it's well built. There's only one bad piece of Paramount equipment I've used, and that was the pin-loaded shoulder press, which it's like this in like the shorten range. It then kind of like does like a semicircle. Wait, we used it.
Yeah.
Noah. Do you remember at Northland? Yeah, we used that together. The red shoulder press.
That's Paramount, the one that was next to where we
Yeah.
posed.
Yeah.
Trust, I wouldn't run it up, but see, it wasn't awful. I mean, it wasn't great either.
It's none of it. I would say Paramount for me. Kez, I don't know if you've used Paramount. Never. I would probably say
B or C.
B tier. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like yeah. The Paramount shoulder press as well is pretty decent. So yeah. Next up, pre-core.
Fucking love pre-core.
We love
it. I mean, I say that I think I've only ever done the pre-core T-bar, but upper back movements are my favourite exercises, full stop. Whether that be the hammer strength low row, the prime upper back row, the pre-core T-bar, the Paramount row, they're all my favourite types of movements. I fucking love that pre-core T-bar. If it was going off of just the T-bar, I'd have it an S, but I don't know what the rest of the kit's like. But I fucking love that T-bar. That T-bar is gorgeous.
Pre-core is, generally speaking, like, okay. It's not like, I would say it's like, everything is slightly worse than hammer strength, in my opinion. I feel... Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I've used pre-core several times, and it's always when I've been on holiday.
Yeah.
So when I go like abroad, somewhere in Europe, like a lot of them gyms will have pre-core, I found. And it's like, when you're on it and just like something's off with the way they're placing the handles and stuff like that. And I'm like, the alignment of this just seems a little bit off, I feel. I'd say it's pretty mid. Like, I'd say it's not, there are a lot worse on here.
Yeah.
I'd like have it C, I reckon.
Yeah, I'd be okay with the C as well.
Yeah.
Paramount is objectively better. It's a little bit better designed, I would say, generally speaking. I think pre-core's made a little bit more cheaply, which is probably why it's more widely available in more gyms as opposed to Paramount as well. So next up, we've got the fucking big boys now. Arsenal. Now, I've used 2 bits of Arsenal kit. three bits of Arsenal kit. I've used the plate loaded chest fly. I've used the T-bar row. And I've used the leg press. And I can say one thing about them all. They're all fucking hard, but they're all fantastic. If you're not a push, I'd say Arsenal is like A to S tier, in my opinion.
I would say, just based on what else is on this, I wouldn't quite have it S.
Yeah.
But I've also used the exact same stuff that you have, and I agree they're good, so I'd have it A.
Yeah. They're all fucking hard, like, you know.
Yeah.
This is not a... I'd say, don't get me wrong, there are some beginner brands on here. There's some things on here that I'd say are a little bit more beginner friendly. Listen, if you AniGains viewers, if you can do 2 plates per side on an Arsenal T-bar for a rep, send it to the page and we'll let you come on the next one.
That was the T-bar that we done, wasn't it?
No, we did one that was actually slightly harder. We did the Nebula T-bar, which is what the Arsenal T-bar is based on. I'm working my way up to 2 plates per side on that.
What the fuck were we thinking trying 2 plates that time, by the way?
Mate, no, I was a bit like hyped up. Well, I think we'd had like chicken jaws the day previous, and we were like, yeah, I feel fresh. I'm on it. And like, I just like did like a quarter rep and almost shit myself. I was like, yeah, fantastic, yeah, oh, fantastic. Right, next up, we've got the lost city of Atlantis.
I really like Atlantis. I think it's very smooth. It's very smooth. All the pieces of kit, they align well, and they just feel, you know, when it feels nice when it's in it. I'd say it's almost like opposite to Arsenal in that it's actually quite light, a lot of the Atlantis stuff. Like, I don't know if you've used the hat squat ever. Like, you can load that up with like 7-8 plates on that hack squat because it's quite horizontal in comparison to normal, but it just feels really nice. And I'd say with most pieces of kit, they just feel good in terms of the path that they go on. So I'd put that in. I like it.
Me too, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
I've used the Oh, see, I don't like that being above Paramount, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've used.
It is better than Paramount.
What Paramount piece do you use, by the way, mate?
None.
Sick.
But what gyms use I mean, if you go to most like I suppose prestigious bodybuilding gyms, all of them will have Atlantis stuff.
Yeah, but like all of them will have fucking hammer strength as well. Doesn't really make it better than, you know.
I mean, there's obviously a pattern. If lots of gyms have similar brands, it's obviously because they're good.
So why is Precore below Paramount?
Precore and Paramount aren't in aren't common in bodybuilding gyms. Both of them.
Precore's more presently available in gyms.
I'd say so, more so, but it's not that common.
The Precore T-bar's pretty. Oh, okay. No, okay. I'll meet you halfway here. I've used the Atlantis overhead tricep extension. I think that is wank. I think it's fucking terrible. Just literally just obliterates my elbows, regardless where you position your hands, regardless of how fresh you are. I don't think it's that good. The Atlantis hack, I don't like how there's no tension anywhere, really. I don't think it's hard in the short. The same with the Atlantis pendulum as well. I don't think that's particularly hard. You can stack that very easily. I think 4 plates is a stack. Like, if you can do a 3-plate hack, Cybex, which we're going to get onto actually, you can do a fucking, like, you can stack the Atlantis pendulum. So for that reason, I'm not a massive fan. But the council has spoken. It can stay in A tier for now. I think we just like training. That's why a lot of this kit's quite high. Speaking of Cybex, it's not on the fucking list.
S. I love it, Cybex.
I didn't know how,
especially like the old school Cybex pieces. I'd say.
Yeah. You know.
I didn't know how the AniGains Council would feel about that. But I'm yet to have a session on Cybex that's shit. Whether that be pin-loaded machine stuff for legs, upper, pull. Everything's really nice. The cables, the Smith machine, I think overall it's probably one of my favourite brands, if not my favourite brand. Plus, I train with it every day, so that's where I'm at.
Yeah, I'd probably say like it's the most consistent in terms of the old equipment, being up to par with like the new stuff, like all like the Cybex Eagle. And I would say like if you have a good gym,
the Cybex
like,
Eagle, I'm
some
not a fan of, to be
absolute
fair.
staples you have to have. Yeah, really.
Yeah. Is that how bad the delay is? Yeah,
All
sorry.
right. Noah's bugging the fuck.
No,
Yeah.
so there's some Cybex that's at JP's that I think it's the Eagle that basically, instead of just being in a fixed position where you're pressing, it moves around like this. I
Yep.
despise. Is that the Eagle? Yeah. If that is the Eagle, then I despise the Cybex Eagle. But everything apart from that's nice.
Yeah, I love the Raw. The Cybex Raw machine.
Yeah.
That you can kind of use a one arm. I love that one. That's good. Obviously, the Mark 1 Cybex hat is the GOAT hack, I would say.
Yeah.
And that's the one they have that at Norton, don't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They've also got the original Cybex plate-loaded leg press, the same one that they had at Temple Gym that Dorian Yates fucking used. I don't know. I feel like some staples for a good gym is like a Cybex cable, a Cybex hack, and a Cybex Smith. Like you have to
Smith, yeah.
Like those are like
Yeah.
those are like the best of everything in the game. It's my favorite leg press. Now, Techno Gym.
D.
Poo tip.
D.
Poo.
No, I think there's worse.
It's still
I would have
wank,
D.
though. It's still wank.
No. There's
What's a good piece of Techno Gym equipment?
Let me have a look. I have used some not too bad Techno Gym stuff before when on holiday.
There's one piece that's okay, and it's the converging squat press. I don't think that's awful. I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's awful. Like if I was in lockdown and I had access to one of those leg presses, it would go in my session. Like it's not the worst, but that seated hamstring curl. I've got like some clients who like use some Techno Gym stuff. I literally got sent like a form clip today of like one of them, and he was like, I don't understand how you're supposed to use this Techno Gym hamstring curl, seated ham curl. It doesn't work. Like you can't get your knees in it. You can't get your knees to align at all. Like the pad like overstretches the quad, and by the point like you get it, like your hips are like so far forward, it's pretty much unusable. I don't think the people who made Techno Gym train. It's very gimmicky, very light as well. Overall, I think it's poo-poo.
I'm
No,
with you there.
anything to add to that?
I
Qais
said it's
is
jobby.
furiously. Yeah. Qais, you
I'm outvoted, so I'll just go with the crowd.
going in the poo tier. Next up, we've got flex leverage.
Ooh. I've only ever
I'm
used
not
the
a fan.
leverage press.
Yeah. It's heavy, bro.
I feel it's way too heavy, and like it kills my elbows. Like when I do it, I can just feel my elbows and not even my chest because it's so heavy in the lengthened. I would have like C or D.
There's no chance that would go in the same.
Because it's like I feel they haven't designed it that well. It's just too heavy in the lengthened. Like it's too heavy.
No, it is designed well. Like you can converge. That is like one of like the best.
Yeah, but in terms of the resistance profile of it, it's just too heavy in the lengthened where it doesn't make sense. Like when are you going to need it to be that heavy in the lengthened?
When you're fresh
and that
into your
much of
session. When you
No, you'd want it later on when it's heavy in the lengthened. Because that's when you max out when you've already worked the shortened version earlier on, and then later on you'd want it heavier in the lengthened. But for me,
it's heavy in all parts of the fucking lift.
I don't. I
Like,
just
it's not heavy.
it
Just in the lengthen. I would say like if you're fresh,
it kills my elbows. All I'm gonna say is it kills my elbows.
I would say, I think it's good. I think it is. I've used the flex leverage pull down, and I've also used the dip. It's quite harsh through the joints, and it is fucking heavy. I would be okay putting it in the. I don't want it going any lower than C tier. You know.
All right. All right. See then.
Noah?
I enjoyed the chest press, but I've not done anything else. If I was going off the chest press, I'd probably move closer towards B, considering it's up there with my paramount role. But if it's just the only challenge that it's heavier in the lengthen, then I quite like it. But
Okay, we'll put it in there for now. If we need to move anything down for the sake of spreading the list out, then we can do. Gym 80.
never tried it.
I also it's a one that's a lot on holiday gyms. It's very up and down, very, very up and down. Some of the stuff it feels great, and then it's somewhere it's like it kind of just stops before you even get it lengthened, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And it just clangs the weight, and it's like, bro, come on. I'd say C. I actually think it's not terrible, but I'd say pretty mid as a whole.
I would also say C. I've used a fair fucking amount of Gym 80. Quite a lot of my gym, Norton's gym, is a lot of Gym 80 equipment. And none of it's... don't get me wrong, I've used some absolute dog shit pieces of Gym 80. Their seated hamstring curl, the bit that you actually use to like brace down on your quad, that swings around. Like it's not stable. You know, it's free moving. So that's like, unless you have a body to like hold that down for you, you can't use it. I think some of it's alright. For the vast majority I would say it's nothing special. I do think a lot of it is incredibly light as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's big and popular in Korea, but I don't know. I would not place it above if anything, I'd put it one below Precor. Actually, if I'm pinning.
I don't think it's that bad. I'd put it below Precor and C.
Sure, but that would mean that if it's below Precor, then I would say D.
It's not that much worse though. It's not a D tier one.
I fucking hate the new. Fine, I'll put it in C, but I would, if we're gonna look to move anything down, yeah, a Carrion.
I don't think I've used any carrying stuff.
You must have, surely.
Let's have a look.
No?
I've never used any of it. I've seen it in gyms, but I've never actually used the kit before. So
Fucking hell, man. I like
sorry,
a Carrion.
troops.
I think a Carrion is good. The Icarian pin-loaded shoulder press, I think, is very good. I would probably say it's in the same tier as like Paramount and Gym 80. It's good. I'd say it's pretty much industry standard across most pieces. The Icarian hack squat is also quite good. They used to have one at Graftism, which is now called Gritness. So I'm going to say B tier. I think that's fair. You fellas ever use New Tech?
Nope.
I think I have, yeah.
Yeah?
I also think it's pretty mid.
I thought it was shit. Like, there's so many people say it's so good. I think it was awful. Like, I used when I was in Korea, because it is a Korean brand. Sorry to the Korean IFPB if you're watching this. But yeah, I thought it was pretty fucking... I felt the exact same way about New Tech as I did the new Gym 80 stuff. I think it's the exact same quality. I didn't feel like anything converged or contracted particularly well on it. I thought it was quite cheaply made, if I'm being honest. So I would say C tier. So then we got Life Fitness.
I have that.
Decent.
I don't like it.
I actually think there's some... I like the leg extension, I think there's a pec deck that's pretty decent as
Yeah.
well. I'd have it B tier.
Yeah, I think I would too. I think the Life Fitness seated hamstring curl is the best seated hamstring curl in the game. I don't think there's a better one. Like, honestly. In terms of, like, simplicity, how it's built, I think it's the best. I think all the old original Life Fitness stuff is great. And it's fairly heavy as well. Like, I don't know. I would say a strong B. I would almost be inclined to place it near hammer strength. Maybe one below hammer strength. Yeah, B.
Yeah.
Yeah. Noah?
I'll be honest, boys. I don't like it. I'd only ever used it when I was at David Lloyd, but I don't know if they just got shite bits of kit in that gym just to fill it up. I wasn't overly impressed with anything when I was there.
I mean, do you think it's better than Gym 80?
I've not tried Gym 80, so I can't really speak on that either.
Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Noah's only ever used fancy ass equipment. Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Must be nice. Right. Panatta. Speaking of fancy ass fucking equipment, we've got the Italian.
Panatta's very up and down. It feels a bit like flimsy, if you know what I mean, when you use it. It's like very new in terms of the feel.
Yeah.
Some of the kit is good. I think I like the leg kit, like the leg extension and the leg curl. Like the pull down is terrible because it almost like, you know how you'd want a pull down to kind of come in. No. I think the single one, because what it does, it kind of takes your elbow away. It takes your elbow away from your body. Not that one. There's another one.
Oh.
There's another one where it takes your elbow away from it, and it just doesn't feel good at all. Panatta's very up and down for me. I'd have it either B or C, maybe. Panatta.
Yeah, Noah?
I agree with Qais, to be fair. I'd probably have it as a B.
B.
Yeah, I'm happy with a B. I can fuck with a B.
I love that single arm pull down. The Panatta single arm pull down, I think's fucking great. I think the Panatta leg press is ridiculously hard. Yeah, I don't know. I think Panatta's kind of like, in my opinion, a shit version of Atlantis, to be fair. I don't know. My opinion. Watson.
I don't think I've used Watson either.
It's that Smith machine is the worst thing I've ever used in my life.
Yeah.
That Watson Smith. Oh my days. I did like a plate and a half on an incline, and my elbows, I think I fried my elbows for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It's really bad. The resistance is awful. I've used the T-bar. That feels terrible as well. Just in terms of the angle of it just feels completely off. D or poo, I'd say one of them.
D or poo.
Yeah.
I've used a fair amount of Watson equipment as well. Again, there was no kit that I was particularly... The Watson seated chest press is that's an elbow masher. Literally you're having to squeeze in through your elbows to get that short. It's awful. And it's surprisingly converges really low. I'm going to say D tier. I think I would rather train at a gym that had Watson than Techno Gym. But not by a fucking awful landslide, man. Fuck Watson. Alright. Booty Builder.
Booty Builder. Is that literally just the one machine?
No, Booty Builder have a series of machines.
I thought it just had the one glute drive.
No. They've also got the they've got another one that's pin loaded, and it's kind of like a hinging movement. I think that's fucking incredible, actually. I'd be inclined to put Booty Builder for what it is. Listen, who makes a better hip thrust in the game?
Nautilus is decent.
Nautilus is decent, but Nautilus is decent for anything. I'm going to say Booty Builder should get an A tier.
You
Yeah.
can't put it in A.
Why not?
If you're, if you're going off of the criteria that it is, then fair enough. Like, it does what it's meant to do pretty fucking
It
well.
builds the fucking booty.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, Jim Lecco.
Oh, I love a bit of Jim Lecco.
I love a bit of Jim Lecco, man. Love him. I would.
Get up there. Get up there.
I'd say A or B.
I'd say A or S personally.
It's definitely not an S.
I'd rather it was in an A than in a B, mate.
Yeah,
Put
I
it
think
in A.
they've got some Jim Lecco at the Physique Club. I use the Jim Lecco pendulum and the Jim Lecco leg press as well.
Yeah, very good. The hip press is great as well.
The hip press is good.
Yeah.
Have you boys used that hack? The Jim Lecco hack before?
I
Nah,
haven't.
bro.
It looks good.
So it's very similar to the Cybex in terms of the angle. So it's very steep and it's quite humbling. The only thing is, if you train by yourself with that Jim Lecco hack and you fail, you are screwed, because basically it goes so far down that you can't get out of it. So basically your knees are like bending behind you. You completely your shin is touching your hamstring and it still has a way to go down. So I've been in a situation where I've failed a rep before and I was literally stuck there for about 3 minutes with literally 3 minutes with 4 plates on that Jim Lecco hack.
That's heavy.
And then
4 plates.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. It's similar resistance to Cybex, I would say.
Yeah.
And someone had to come and push it up after 3 minutes because there's no way you can get out.
For that reason, I moved it up to S tier because I was like, that's sick.
That's no
Sick.
lack of sick. That's not an S tier. Not an S tier.
Bro, I don't know. I can't name.
No. It's not on par with these other brands. I'd say put it on A, but it's not.
It can go next. It can sit comfortably next to the Booty Builder.
Yeah.
All right, we've got Rogers for the one piece of Rogers kit, the Rogers Power Squat Drive TX.
The Rogers the hip press is the best hip press in the game. Literally the best.
Yeah.
Genuinely, nothing will fire up my quads like that movement. Yeah. For what it is an S tier, but if you want to put it in that, I don't know. It does actually have some other equipment other than that, but I just haven't used it.
I've used the squat press, the true squat. Actually, yeah, Watson does have the Watson true squat. I've not used that though, so whatever. It can stay in fucking D. Yeah, Rogers. I don't know if it can sit in S tier though, bro.
Should we say A then?
We've got a lot in A. All right, okay, cool. We'll put it in. We'll put it in A for the time being because it can sit there. We'll move some things around. Prime.
S.
All the 17-year-olds have locked in.
Prime is probably my favorite as a whole in terms of the variety of kit. I'd say it's probably my most used one in my split at the minute.
Noah, what are we saying?
I'd put it at an S. I don't have the luxury of training at a gym that has it, but if I do go to a gym, I will then go and use the Prime kit because I do like it. I'm not overly fussy and arsey about at least for my own training, loading more in the length and in this, then dropping. I actually couldn't give two shites. But I think that if you've got the ability to use it, then make the most of it.
Yeah, I would. I've only ever used Strive, which I believe Prime was based off or bought out by, and then modified for that point. And Strive pieces I've used are fucking excellent, man. I do think altering resistance profiles has a big place within training. I think it's something that's been overly focused on, which makes me want to hate Prime, just because I kind of hate this kind of the recency bias that comes with it, where everyone's like, oh, it's so important that you know it's not get fucking strong. If there was another tier, which for just barbells at the top, I'd put that there. But yeah, I don't know. Prime can sit a fucking S tier for me.
Yeah, for me, it has the best pec deck, the best leg extension, and the best hamstring curl.
Yeah,
the leg extension is fucking great. Yeah,
and the best adductor.
Yeah. No, go on now.
It's got the best upper back movements as well. If we're including Strive in that, it's got the Strive low row. It's got the prime plate loaded upper back row. I fuck with both of them. Yeah. It's just pretty good.
Yeah. I think I'm just a simple man, I just like a little bit of rip and grip. But
Oh, yes.
Prime, I can't disacknowledge it. What I can acknowledge is the fucking genius behind Nautilus. Get that in S tier, and I'll pay any of you an hour.
Agree.
Nautilus is
100%.
creme de la creme. I feel the exact same way about Cybex as I do Nautilus, except Nautilus is like, Cybex is like, okay, that's perfect, that's brilliant, don't change yourself. Whereas Nautilus is kind of like the other cousin that like who maybe didn't do their fucking homework all the way through, but they drew a funny picture. That's kind of how I see Nautilus. Am I making sense? Is everybody feeling what I'm putting down?
That's a special needs, man.
Okay, all right. Well, it kind of goes out of your way to like wow me at times. I think, I don't know, like the Nautilus bicep curl, pin loaded, extended like top arm pre.
Yeah, I love that. That's very, very nice.
I can't name anything else like that either. Like it's sick. Like it does, and it's simple as well. The complexity behind Nautilus just goes into the design, but you as a user just need to sit down and just mong out on it, and you will it does the work for you. You don't have to be a fucking
in terms
genius.
of like back kit, pull kit, Nautilus is the GOAT. Like so many good pieces for like back, generally speaking, I would say with that.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
man, wicked.
Yeah. And then finally, we've got Matrix.
The GOAT.
The absolute GOAT. Matrix equipment.
That's it.
For all of our Pure Gym goers.
Pure Gym vibes.
Give it a D.
Poo.
No.
Poo.
Listen, I done mine. Listen, this is okay. Because you can get a good enough session out of it. Now, obviously, I looked shit when I competed, but I was able to take myself through a full bodybuilding prep using Matrix kit, and my training was like I got a good sessions in. I think that it's better than Techno Gym. It's still wank, like it's still shit, but it's maybe one up.
It's not better than Techno Gym.
It is.
It's genuinely worse than Techno Gym.
I think that.
What makes you say that?
Who, me or Qais?
Well, both of you.
Matrix, have you used their extension and hamstring curl? Like, genuinely, it stops when you're like not even halfway through lengthening the movement, and it'll just clang the plates.
I've done
like,
my
and
entire
a lot
prep.
of the kit is like that, where it puts you in such a weird position.
I'll concede on two movements.
Okay, all right. No, you're lagging, but to be honest,
Fuck it. Fuck, that's
jump your sentence, brother.
Great podcast, this.
All right, okay. I mean,
It has to be poo. I'm sorry, I cannot have it.
no,
Not
it
poo.
is better than Techno Gym, to be fair. Like Matrix is usable. James McDermott is getting ready for his next line of shows using Matrix equipment exclusively. So for that reason, I'm gonna fucking say it's one above Techno Gym. It's usable. I've used like a decent amount. I've used like the bicep curl, the laying hamstring curl. It's not fantastic, but I don't know. I did my entire bodybuilding prep out of my garage, for my first ever show season. I had no fucking equipment. I just had barbells and dumbbells. That was it. You can build a good physique off that. I don't think that's what this should be based off. It's based off the quality of kit. And if we're basing things off quality of kit, Matrix is significantly better than Technogym, in my humble opinion.
Disagree.
Okay. Well, Noah said he wants to move some things around. I think we should pull some things out of A tier because... Oh, and potentially move some things down and around. So, Noah?
Is the Wi-Fi even gonna fucking work?
Well, mate, I can hear you cussing and cursing like there's no tomorrow. So we can give it a fucking go.
I didn't say I'd move things around. What would I move around? Half of this stuff I've not tried before. I'm pretty happy with where things are.
We've lost him.
Oh, fuck this, man.
Oh, fucking hell. All right.
This is great.
All right, okay. Thank you for that one, Noah. Qais?
I would move Booty Builder down to B just because it doesn't have enough kit.
Qais hates bums. Confirmed.
My name literally is Qais Butt.
Yeah, which is crazy. You're moving that.
They should.
For butt.
Booty Builder should sponsor me.
All right, this is going to be the butt tier.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, I'm going to say I might pull Life Fitness down one. I ain't gonna lie. I think I'll go
No. Life Fitness is the best out of all of them.
out of pre-cut new tech. No,
Yeah.
Life Fitness is not.
No,
new tech.
Life Fitness is the best out of the B tier.
No, it's not.
It is.
No, it's not. Icarian is better.
Hard to disagree.
What piece
Hard
of
disagree.
Icarian kit have you used?
Not, but Life Fitness has kit equipment that probably is better than any other. I'd say that hamstring curl and maybe even leg press. Life
the
Fitness
question.
is better than them.
Okay, but if you've not used Icarian, you can't listen. I would say Life Fitness is probably as good as new tech. Like that's a fair assumption. Which is
No, it isn't.
it is.
Definitely not.
The Life Fitness has one. The old Life Fitness is good, right? The new Life Fitness is not great. Like cables, sure, but it's a fucking cable, Like it's not awful, but it's not great. I don't think it deserves to be in the same spot as Panatta.
I do.
Have you ever used a Life Fitness pull down?
Yeah, I'm not a fan, but I'm also not a fan of some of those other ones, especially that flex leverage. I hate that.
Fine. Fine. We can move the flex leverage down to C. Okay, that looks a little more balanced, I would say. Is that?
I'd say so.
Yeah. Noah,
Put
on the
that.
next one, we will talk more about anime, I suppose. Oh, who fucking gives a shit? Right. Okay. See you later, mate. Goodbye.
See ya.